Alright, so let us solve the following example. Write the rate expression for the following reaction in terms of the disappearance of the reactants. So this is the reactant or reactants and the appearance of the product. Okay, so the rate expression is given by as the rate is equals to 1 over A change in A over by change in time, which is, you have to write down the negative because that represents the disappearance of the reactant. Okay, equals to negative 1 over B change in concentration B, then divide by change in time, which is equals to the product, that is 1 over C change in C divided by change in time, which is equals to 1 over D change in D over by change in time. Alright, so now let's plug in the concentration of A, concentration of B, C, and D. So we will use this balance equation. Okay, so that will be rate is equals to this is 1 mole of hydrogen, so that will be A, or rather change in concentration of H2 divided by change in time. So we don't need to write down the 1 over 1 here because it is already understood. So let's not forget the negative. Right? The negative sign indicate that this reactant will disappear, which is equals to negative. So the stoichiometric coefficient here is 2, so we're going to write 1 over 2. So that will be 1 over 2. And then change in, okay, that is ICl, I, C, and then L over by change in time. Okay, so that is negative 1/2 change in ICl divided by change in time. Okay, which is equals to, so this is 1 mole of I2 and that is the product, so therefore it will become, so it will be positive. And again, there's no need to write down 1 over C because that will be just 1 over 1, so it's already understood. So now we have to write down delta, that is I sub 2 over by change in T equals to, we have 2 moles of HCl, so that will be, instead of 1 over D, that will be 1 over 2. So 1 over 2 delta, or change in the concentration of HCl divided by delta T. Right? So and this is our expression rate. Right? So let's just put it in a box like this. Okay, so let's have the second one. So 2N2O5 produces 4NO2 plus O2. Okay, so by following this rate expression, okay, we can now determine the expression rate of this balance equation. So let's write it down. Our rate, our expression rate, is equals to negative. Why negative? Because this reactant will be disappeared. Okay, and then 1 over 2. Why 1 over 2? Because our stoichiometric coefficient is 2, right? And then change in the concentration, and our concentration of a substance here is N2O5 divided by change in time, which is equals to, okay, 1 over 4. Why 1 over 4? Because our stoichiometric coefficient is 4, so you have here 1 over 4. Okay, and then change in NO2 divided by change in time. Now, why is it that we did not place negative here. Okay, that is because it is understood na product to, it appeared, so that's why it is positive. So we will place negative to represent this appearance, right? Nawala. And then a positive for appearance, nagkaroon. Okay? Now, why are they equal? Because siyempre nangyayari sila simultaneously. Kaya sila equal, ang reactants and then the product. So, we're not yet done. We still have one more, the O2, which is equals 2. So again, this is understood as 1, but there is no need to write 1 over 1 here. It is already understood. Okay, so change in O sub 2 over by change in time. So again, this should be positive because, okay, appearance. This is our expression rate for the given balance equation, right? So let's check. We have 1 over 2. Stoichiometric coefficient is 2. We have N2O5. This is N2O5 over change in time equals to the product. Okay, 4 moles of NO2. So we have 1 over 4. Okay, 1 over 4 NO2, and then 1 mole of oxygen. Right? So let's have another example. Okay, so for 2H2 plus O2 produces 2H2O. The rate expression is given by, we have again 2 moles of H2, but it will be disappeared, so negative 1 over 2 change in the delta of H2 over by change in time, which is equals to, again, reactant pa rin to, negative, and there's no need for us to write 1 over 1 because it is already understood. So, change in the concentration of O2 over by change in time, which is equals to, okay, this time it will be positive because we are dealing now with the product. And then, what will be our fraction? Our fraction will be 1 over 2, and it's a positive. Okay, positive siya. Kasi product na siya, and then 2 yung kanyang stoichiometric coefficient. Let me write it down. Stoichiometric coefficient. Right? Ayan yun. Tawag yan na stoichiometric coefficient. So again, 1 over 2, positive because that is a product that signifies appearance or nagkaroon or lumabas siya. And then change in, okay, H2O divided by the change in time. Okay, so this is our rate expression for the given balance equation. Okay, so this is our balance equation.